Yo, shalom my people, it's your man's Quab.
Shalom people, your brother Shofar.
You about to get into this joint, man. It's called The Way. And when you follow the Most High, it's a certain way that He expects you to walk. It's actually the only way. And it's only a few people that actually walks the way. And we're going to see when you actually trying to do this walk and walk this way, everything and almost everybody is trying to take you off the path. And it's a lot of different ways that they do it with. Wisdom, money, women, all these things. The adversary uses these things to get you out of the way, to get you off the path. And we're going to show you this. So let's get this first script. Isaiah 26:7.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 7. The way of the just is uprightness.
The what?
The way of the just is uprightness.
The way of the just is uprightness. Finish that out.
You most upright does weigh the path of the just.
See that? The way. That's what they letting us know. It's a certain way. We're going to find that Abraham walked this way. Noah walked this way. And of course, Hamashiach walked this way. Let's get on Proverbs 4 and 14.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked.
Don't go into the path of the wicked. Read.
And go not in the way of evil men.
Don't go in the way of evil men. Like you said, you're going to find that almost everything and nearly almost everybody is trying to get you out of the way. Let's get Isaiah 30 and 11. You can see our people. They love to do this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 11. Get you out of the way.
Do what?
Get you out of the way.
Get out of the way. Matter of fact, start at the verse before that.
Verse 9. Let me take this verse 9.
Yeah.
That this is a rebellious people.
This is a rebellious people. We know our people are notorious for being rebellious. Read.
Lying children.
Read on.
Children that will not hear the law of the Most High.
They will not hear the law. When you look up that law, it means the path or Torah. But it goes into going straight. A straight and narrow. Read.
Which say to the seers, see not.
Say to the seers, see not. They don't even want to see it. That stuff too scary. I don't want to hear that stuff. Please, just let me be. If I don't know about it.
So please don't judge me. And I won't judge you. Cause we're not perfect. And we all fall down sometimes. So please don't.
That's a lie. Read.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Don't tell us the truth. Let me stay in darkness. Read.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Hey, tell me everything gonna be all right. Tell me that you see a new car in my future. Tell me something like that and I'll pay you in my tithes. That's what our people want. Read.
Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way.
Get you what?
Get you out of the way.
Get you out of the way. Telling you right here. Why do y'all follow them laws? You putting yourself under bondage. That's a yoke. They go right to Paul's writings and say, see, y'all putting yourself up under bondage. Get out the way. Don't follow the way. That's what they telling you. Don't follow the way. Read.
Get you out of the way. Turn aside out of the path.
Turn aside out of the path. They said to walk straight and narrow.
The Sabbath day, for Jesus says to us that the Sabbath was not made, that man was not made for the Sabbath, but Sabbath for the man. That the man is the more important issue, not the day, but the man. Are you following what I'm saying?
Get out of the path. We know that the fastest way to something is in what? A straight line. Read.
Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Cause the Most High, or Hamashiach, to cease from before us. That's pure wickedness. That's telling you, get you out of the way. If anybody tell you to get out the way, if you're not walking in this way, then you go in the opposite way, which is what?
The lake of fire.
The lake of fire. I'm sure nobody don't want that. But let's go back to the beginning, even before man was on the scene, and show you how the first being lost his way. Let's get Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28 and verse 12.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 12.
Now we're going to see what led him to get out of the way, to lose his way. Read.
Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say to him, Thus saith Yahuwah, you seal up the sum full of wisdom.
Full of what?
Full of wisdom.
He seals up the sum. He's full of wisdom. Read.
And perfect in beauty.
Perfect in beauty. Read.
You have been in Eden.
You was in what?
You have been in Eden.
Now we know that no man besides Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eden. Right?
Exactly.
So we know who this is talking about. Read.
You have been in Eden, the garden of the Most High.
Read on.
Every precious stone was your covering.
Every precious stone was thy covering. Now remember, it said he had great wisdom. Read.
The sardis, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of your tabrets and of your pipes were prepared in you in the day that you was created.
So it sounds like this guy was blinged out, as they would say in the rap world.
Right, must use.
Read.
You are the anointed cherub that covers.
So this guy had a great job. He was the anointed cherub that covered. He was directly in front of him. Read.
And I have set you so.
And I have set you so. Read.
You was upon the set apart mountain of the Most High. You have walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. You was perfect in your ways.
You was perfect in your ways. We're going to find out somebody else had a perfect situation. Read.
From the day that you was created, till iniquity was found in you.
Till iniquity was found in you. When you look up this word iniquity, it's where we get the word evil from. So until evil was found in you. Read on.
By the multitude of your merchandise, they have filled the midst of you with violence.
Filled the midst of you with violence. This violence, this means just wrongdoing. It don't actually mean like the word violence that we know it. It's just doing evil, doing wrong. Read.
And you have sinned.
And you have sinned. So this guy's wisdom and his beauty and all of these things, it caused him to lose his way. He has so much wisdom, it made him lose his way. I'm sure he was like, I saw what the Most High just did. He took cold, dry air, and he took warm, moist air, and he mixed them together, and he made a hurricane. I can do that. That's nothing.
Man is on a quest to play God, to control the weather and use it as a weapon. Lightning, torrential rains, hurricanes, targeted at the enemy.
His wisdom got the best of him. Now, let's go back to the beginning of man. Let's go to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Genesis 3 and 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field,
More cunning, slick, sly. Read.
which the Most High had made. And he said to the woman, Yea, as the Most High said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said to the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.
Now she knew exactly what the Most High said. Crystal clear. She just repeated it. We can eat of all the other trees, but this tree right here, don't touch it. Don't even touch it. So she knows better. Read.
For the Most High does know. I'm sorry, let me get back. Verse 4. And the serpent said to the woman, You shall not surely die.
Right there. Bold-faced lie. You shall surely not die. Read.
For the Most High does know that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as
You
gods.
shall be as gods. Wow. Where did this guy get this information from? To say this. He has some what? Wisdom. He was more subtle, more cunning, more slick than everybody else. Read.
Knowing good and evil.
To know good and evil. Read.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food,
She saw that it was good for food. Read.
and that it was pleasant to the eyes,
Pleasant to the eyes, good information, and pleasant to the eyes. Read.
and the tree to be desired to make one wise.
To make one what?
To make one wise.
To make one wise. There we go, right back to that wisdom. Remember in Ezekiel, it said the guy was full of beauty. He summed up wisdom and all of this stuff. It's the same guy. He's giving them some information to make one wise. So we're going to see that this thing of getting wisdom usually messes up our people if you don't get it from the Most High. Finish that out.
She took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked.
And now you know that you naked. Plus, now they understood we just sinned.
Exactly.
This is why they were hiding. But we're gonna see that this thing plays out with this wisdom or knowledge. It puffs up. Let's get Exodus 1 and 6. Remember, I told y'all, almost everything and almost everybody is trying to get you out of the way. It's their way, because they want you to go to the lake of fire with them. Just Hasatan already know where he going, so he want everybody that he can take with him, and he use any and everybody to get you.
So he the real Nino Brown.
Exactly.
This man bigger than me.
Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation.
So we know when Joseph was in rulership, the Israelites was doing great. So we know the Most High was working directly with Joseph. So we know they were keeping the commandments at this time. Even though you might don't read it here, we know that they were. Read.
And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. But there arose up a new king over Mitzrayim, which knew not Joseph. And he said to his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Just like it is to this day. That's why Planned Parenthood is in all our neighborhoods, because they know that we are more and a mightier nation than them. It's the same thing. History repeats itself, my people. Read.
Come on, Let us deal wisely with them.
Let us do what?
Let us deal wisely with them.
Let us deal wisely with them. So these people had some sort of a wisdom. Just like the people behind the curtain right now. They call themselves the enlightened ones, or the Illuminati, or whatever you want to call it. But they got a certain wisdom, and they feel like they're the ones in the light, because they know we are the true light. So they got to mock it. Read that verse again.
Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and it come to pass that when there falls out any war, they join also to our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
So they devised this plan. Let us deal wisely with them. Sure, they had a council, or what we call a think tank, to come up with this plan. Just like knowledge. That's what it all boils down to. Because a lot of people, when they get a little bit of wisdom or knowledge, it go directly to their head and mess them up. Just like we see it messing them up. Let's go to Psalms 83.
Classic scripture.
We'll start at verse 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not you silence, O Most High. Hold not your shalom, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, your enemies make a tumult, and they that hate you have lifted up the head.
This tumult, loud noise, a distraction, like what they did with that fake Boston bombing. Boom! Everybody look at the explosion, where it's coming from, and run, but they don't see the other stuff that's going on. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel.
What kind of counsel?
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel. Now, if y'all go into some translations, back in Genesis, it will say that the serpent was more crafty than any of the beasts of the field. So these people have taken crafty counsel, meaning they got some sort of a wisdom. Let us deal wisely with these people. It's the same thing. Read that verse again.
They have taken crafty counsel against your people, and have consulted against your hidden ones.
And have consulted against your hidden ones. Crafty counsel again. They have some sort of a secret meeting going on, or a think tank, and they're sitting back thinking of every way possible that they can cause you to sin or keep you asleep. Every way possible. And they use your own people to do it most of the time. That's the sad part. That's the part that really, really bothers me, is they use our own brothers to accomplish it. Like you said, with this knowledge. Let's get 1 Corinthians 8 and 1.
Epistle of 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 1. Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffs up.
It does what?
Knowledge puffs up.
Knowledge puffs up. We had people that come in our midst, and their only mission was to see and pick our brains to really see how much we know, or to put us up on something. You up on this, Op? You know about this? What about the APOC? Y'all know about this? You know about this? See, they can't do it. They go off and badmouth us and talk crazy garbage. And niggas think they know everything. They do this. No. You came and you tried to basically outshine somebody when we not even thinking about none of that. Pure madness. But knowledge puffs up. I've been doing this for 20 years. These cats been doing it for 4 years. Why y'all don't follow me? Why y'all sit and listen to them? That's madness. Knowledge puffs up. Let's get Isaiah 47 and 10.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 10. For you have trusted in your wickedness.
You have trusted in what?
You have trusted in your wickedness.
You have trusted in your wickedness. All these people that was doing these things, they trusted in their wickedness. Read.
You have said, none sees me.
Nobody don't see me. Read.
Your wisdom and your knowledge, it has perverted you.
Your wisdom and your knowledge has perverted you. It go all the way back to Satan before he got kicked out. His wisdom, his beauty, and his knowledge perverted him. He switched it to Adam and Eve. The wisdom got them and perverted them, and they lost their way. That's exactly what's happening. All these people going off and talking about, I'm getting into my chakras. I'm getting into my godhood. When we lost it, the script tells you that we were made to be immortal, but we lost it. We lost it because we lost the way to the tree of life. And we're going to see this later on. Let's get 2 Chronicles 1 and 10.